in these floor events against a player who won his first last year in Hildesheim, in Martin Schindler. Michael van Gerwen hasn't won one of these events, though, for 2 years.
25.
Which some would regard as a fascinating statistic, but he's looking to put that right here today. However, he's up against the wall in Martin Schindler, who's looking to try and pick up his second title. It was an emotional victory when he won in Hildesheim last year, and when he starts out with darts like that, this is a man who has intention on his mind and wants to take the big scalp in MVG, but he responds in kind. Max and Max. Shall we put the averages in now? Why not, indeed? 4 perfect darts for Schindler. 5 perfect darts. Surely not 6. Nearly 6.
27.
Can MVG respond in kind? Well, there's one of them.
127.
There's 2. That's nearly 3. Well, what a start to this one, Rod Stud.
Dull, isn't it?
I couldn't find time to bring you in with such as the quality of this start to this game.
Mediocre at best. Surely it'll get better than this, won't it? Right, now look, Michael van Gerwen, you mentioned he hadn't won one for 2 years, Players' Championship, that is. At this stage with 4 left, he'll be the tournament favourite because he plays Schindler here. The other semi is Dirk van Duivenbode against Stephen Bunting, but van Gerwen would start favourite against either of those. And he's clearly the favourite in this matchup too.
19 taken away. Double 9 remains. And that is 85 taken out in 3 for Michael van Gerwen, who takes the opener against the darts to lead 1-0. 13 times these two have played each other in the past, and Martin Schindler has only beaten MVG twice. And the last time was 7 years ago.
34.
And they played on the floor 8 years ago. And that was the other time that Schindler beat MVG. That's the only 2 victories the wall has against the Green Machine. The other semi-final, by the way, is Dirk van Duivenbode against Stephen Bunting. That one's just getting underway.
125.
Our colleague Chris Mason calling that one on streaming board number 2.
Well, still the maximums keep on coming in this semi-final. What a start it has been. 3 already, 2 of them to Shindy.
134.
Yeah, pretty good start from both. Confident start. Both of them getting through the gears early on. If not 3 trebles, they're getting 2. And van Gerwen 108 coming in. 16 disappears. At least 32 and a 108 for an MVG. This is a man making a statement.
Well, he was saying just the other day on the Euro Tour that he didn't really care less. I'm paraphrasing there because the language was a little bit more colourful than that. He didn't care less about what was coming up in the Premier League. He was busy trying to win Euro Tours and, well, now, of course, this Pro Tour in the Players' Championship today. But I'm sure when it comes down to it, he'll see this as very good preparation for his bid to qualify for finals night in the Premier League, which continues in Birmingham on Thursday of this week when he plays Gerwen Price in a really important match.
80.
And if he plays like this, Gerwen Price is going to have his hands full.
Well, he's already averaging in excess of 120 plus after the first 2 legs.
43.
The question is for van Gerwen is, can he keep this pace up? And with darts like this,
180.
which has been superb. Bear in mind that Martin Schindler's already had 3 maximums, and he could already be 3 legs behind if he's not careful.
He can keep it up because we know he's done it before. He did it in the Premier League many years ago, 123.4 average against Mike Smith in Aberdeen.
109.
So he can do it. Whether he will or not is a very different matter.
Martin Schindler, 160 coming in here. It's on as well. Treble 20. Oh, unlucky. Just deflected northwards.
140.
But to ask the question of van Gerwen, he's down to a double himself, but MVG, 2 16s. 2 darts missed. But not a third.
Game shot.
This is sublime from van Gerwen.
Well, there you have it. That's what the average is here right now after 3 legs. And you got a feel for Martin Schindler, who's averaging 106, and right now he's second best.
40.
Well, there were those who doubted whether we would see the like again from MVG. This kind of level of performance. Of course, it's all well and good, Mike, doing
95.
This in one game here on the streaming board, but Van Gerwen, in order to get back right to the very, very top and challenging Littler regularly, he's got to be doing this more or less week in, week out, match in, match out. And if he can do that, he is back to some tune. But great to see him playing like this, unless you're Martin Schindler or a fan of Shindy.
180.
Who's playing beautifully himself,
He's playing
Johnny, as you
beautifully,
just said.
absolutely. He's hit a max in every leg so far.
And it looks mediocre, doesn't it? Because Van Gerwen
93.
is playing so sublimely in reply.
Schindler 226. Van Gerwen on 88. Down to a 2-darter. Martin can only pressurise the shot, and he's doing it with aplomb. All credit to him.
180.
But Van Gerwen, yeah, is going to go for 88 here. And double 14 for 4-zip. And it is 88 taken out. And Michael Van Gerwen is playing like he's got a buster catch.
Well, it's going to be taxi for Schindler, isn't it? Never mind a bus at this rate. And in about 5 minutes flat, I should imagine, because Michael Van Gerwen
43.
is running absolute riot here. Martin Schindler throwing at a level that he would assume before the match would be enough to win the game.
40.
Certainly wouldn't expect to throw at this level and be 4 behind after 4 legs.
Time and time again, you do see on Pro Tours, the ones I've covered, Rod, and probably yourself, that you do see the standard actually fall away as the day goes on, with a little bit of fatigue setting in with some of the players. Well, not Van Gerwen here. It's the complete opposite. This is vintage MVG.
130.
This is sensational stuff from the great Dutchman.
$96.
And again, the consistency that we've seen so far in this semi-final.
100.
I'm finding the red, but he's disappointed. He's only walked away with 1 treble there as well.
Yeah, disgusted, wasn't he? Just like, what on earth was that dross? But it was still a level ton to leave 127, and that 127 is for 5 legs to nil. It is a race to 7 now, of course. The ball. Oh, Michael Van Gerwen. OMG, MVG, 5-0.
Well, Martin Schindler must be thinking, what have I done to upset Michael Van Gerwen?
93.
This is a sublime performance from Michael Van Gerwen, who is averaging around 120 at this moment in time. This is vintage Van Gerwen.
97.
And Martin Schindler must think that that's the wall's been hit by a wall.
Or banging his head against it.
140.
He's hit 5 maxes in this game, and he hasn't got a leg to show for it.
140.
Well, all he can do is carry on plugging away and hope that Hurricane Van Gerwen blows itself out. Because if Van Gerwen doesn't drop off, Schindler can't win. If he does drop off to something like, you know, for the rest of the match, a 90 average, 92, 94, then Schindler can get back into it, playing at this level. But he's going to need a helping hand from Michael Van Gerwen now, you feel.
He's ahead in this leg. And another treble again, leaving 32.
140.
And it just seems academic right now. And you do feel some sympathy here for Schindler. Really, you do.
100.
But he's just come up against a blitz from Van Gerwen, who's not missing.
Well, it's sometimes said that darts players on the wrong end of a hiding felt they were playing against the computer. And I imagine Martin Schindler feels exactly like that here. Because Van Gerwen is playing like a computer set to the highest level.
57.
Oh, in between the two.
180.
Stop it now. Silly stuff.
Well, as you rightly mentioned, Ron, 123.4 is what Van Gerwen's highest ever average is. And he's not far away here. He's knocking on the door.
On that occasion against Mike Smith, He missed a load of darts at double to win the match towards the back end. If he'd hit this dart at double to win the match first, at that time of asking, it was 130 odd. But he faffed and it dropped to 123.4.
140.
Well, could be on if he can get down. Oh, here we go. Oh, this is just brilliant.
130.
Well, he might be able to do it in 11, and he will get close to it. You've got to feel some sympathy for Martin Schindler. Really, you do.
140.
But Van Gerwen for an exhibition of darts, a masterclass. 32. It is brilliant. It is fantastic from Michael Van Gerwen, who has dispatched Martin Schindler 7 legs to 0. It's a 122.34 average. Not far from his brilliant best. But is that a statement to the rest of the darting world that MVG could possibly be back? He's 1 match away from taking the title here in Leicester. He's beat Martin Schindler by 7 legs to 0.